Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is the unboxing of Honor 9 Lite. This phone is sold exclusively online on Amazon.in and Honor's very own store in two variants. Base variant starts at 11,000 rupees for 3GB RAM and 32GB of internal storage, and the next variant is priced at 15,000 rupees for 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. Now with that said, let's look at the box. So guys, this is the Honor 9 Lite box and there's nothing special. It looks exactly like the Honor 7X box. So on the front we have the phone's name, Honor 9 Lite, and on the side it's completely plain, and on the back we have some highlighting specifications like the quad cameras, Honor's full view display, 2.5D curved glass, and some more specifications over here. We will look at the specifications later. So now let's start with the unboxing. Now that is all it took to break the seal, and now we are doing the unboxing. Now that the box is open, at the top we have the phone in a plastic cover. Let me put that aside. Next we have some IMEI numbers and we have the OTG or SIM card ejector over here. Let me just try to pull that off. Okay, this is the best way to remove it. Okay, now next we have a quick start guide, warranty card, a plastic case, we'll come back to it later. Next we have this power adapter with a maximum output of 10 watts. And finally we have the regular micro USB charging cable. So here's the micro USB charging port. And that's all we get inside the box. So guys, this is the phone. There's no screen guard pre-applied, and on the back we have the plastic sticker giving us some specifications, IMEI number, and we have the SAR value down at the bottom. Let's have a quick look at it. So that's the SAR value, and we also have the IMEI number at the top. So guys, let me just peel this off right now. And now we have this beautiful device with the glass on the front and back. By the way, it has a 2.5D curved glass on the front and even on the back. While the device gets turned on, let's have a quick physical overview and then look at the specs and initial impressions. So guys, on the front we have this 5.65-inch display. Above that we have the dual camera setup, a speaker grill, and the LED notification light on the right side. And at the bottom we have just the Honor branding. On the left side we have the SIM card tray. On the right side we have the volume rocker and power buttons. At the bottom we have the audio jack, a microphone hole, a micro USB charging port, and a mono speaker. At the top it is completely plain. On the back it has a dual camera setup followed by a microphone hole, a single LED flash, a fingerprint scanner, and Honor branding at the bottom once again. Now let's look at the specs. This phone is powered by a Kirin 659 octa-core processor in two variants with 3GB of RAM and 4GB of RAM, priced at 11,000 rupees and 15,000 rupees. On the front it has a 5.65-inch IPS display with 18:9 aspect ratio and Full HD Plus resolution. It has a dual camera setup on the rear with a 13 megapixel primary camera and a 2 megapixel secondary camera for depth sensing, and a dual camera setup once again on the front with a 13 megapixel primary camera and a 2 megapixel secondary camera for depth sensing. It is currently running EMUI 8.0 based on Android Oreo. It is powered by a non-removable 3000 mAh battery, comes with a fingerprint scanner and all the basic sensors including compass, LED notification light, and a gyroscope. It has dual SIM support along with a hybrid SIM slot and can support SD card up to 256GB. It also supports VoLTE, so you won't have any problems with the Geo network. It has a thickness of 7.6 mm and just weighs 149 grams. So guys, now I'm just gonna skip through the initial setup process. I'll just be adding the fingerprint and that's all. So this is how we're gonna add the fingerprint. And that's all it takes. So this is the home interface. Let me just change the brightness levels. So guys, this is the default home launcher. There's no app drawer, just like all the Chinese OEMs, and we have the option to enable app drawer from settings, but I would suggest you to go with the Nova launcher instead if you want an app drawer, or else all the apps will be thrown onto the home screen. There is some bloatware. Well, it's not exactly bloatware, but all the useless apps from Google like the docs and sheets which we might never use. They just stay there, so it's better to uninstall them or disable them. We also have some other apps from Honor, like the Honor Community, Hi Honor, Health app, and this other Honor app, and so on. Now let's quickly go to settings and check out the free space and free RAM and the about page. As you can see, we have the new settings panel as this phone is running Oreo. Now if we go to about phone, it is currently running EMUI version 8.0.0 based on Android version 8.0.0. That's Oreo. It is currently running the December 1st security patch, so that's pretty good. Now let's see the amount of free RAM we get on this phone. There's no information in the recent apps page. So let's check out storage. By the way guys, I have the 32GB RAM variant. So out of the 32GB of internal storage, we get about 22GB of free space for your user apps and user data. Now if we go to memory, we can see the amount of free RAM that we get. So it's around 1.18GB of free RAM. Now this is not accurate, we should be having somewhere around 1.5GB of free RAM out of the box. Now let's look at the camera interface. So that's the camera application. Here's a quick tutorial. I'll just give the permissions and we are done. So we get the same interface that we have seen with the Honor 7X and even the Honor 9i. At the top we have the toggle for flash, followed by the wide aperture mode, where we can change the aperture all the way from 0.95 to all the way up to 16. Next we have the portrait mode for the rear camera. Next we have the moving picture mode, where your phone records few seconds as video every time you take a picture. Next we have this quick toggle to switch between the primary camera and the front facing camera. So here's the front facing camera, and as you can see, we still have the portrait mode even for the front facing camera, and there's a toggle for flash. So we can turn it off or on, and as you can see, there is no dedicated flash, so it will be using the display as a front facing flash. Let's see if it will work. Let's say mirror off. So that's the display flash. Now let's quickly switch to the rear camera. Now if you swipe to the right side, we have all these modes and you can download more from this section. So you have these 3 additional modes which you can install, and once you install them, you'll find them in these settings. Now if you swipe to the left side, you have access to the settings. We have the option to take pictures by simply touching the screen, by using a smile, or taking pictures automatically when you smile, and we also have object tracking. Now coming to video resolution, this is the toggle for video mode to record video, and if you swipe left, we can change the video resolution. We can record video in Full HD resolution if you don't use beauty mode while recording video. So that's the camera interface, and one disappointing thing with all the Honor phones is that we don't have auto HDR mode. So every time you want to take a picture with high dynamic range, you have to manually enable HDR mode. So that's a little annoying. So guys, that was the unboxing. So guys, now let's check out the fingerprint scanner. I've already set up my index finger, so that was fast. So guys, the fingerprint scanner is super fast. Might not be the fastest in the world, but it is definitely the fastest in its price segment. Now coming to my initial impressions, phone feels very premium, definitely for the price tag of 11,000 rupees, at least the base variant. Now coming to the thickness, it is not the sleekest phone I've ever seen. Mi A1 is probably sleeker than this, and it kinda feels slightly heavier, probably because of the glass. Now coming to the form factor, it fits comfortably in a single hand, and I can access most of the screen with a single finger or a single hand. So that's really a good thing. Buttons are made of metal and have a nice tactile feel to them, and even the haptic feedback is pretty good. So for initial impressions, this phone definitely gets pretty good and very premium. Definitely the most premium phone in its price segment. So guys, for a starting price of 11,000 rupees, you're getting a very premium looking phone with 4 cameras, 2 on the front and 2 on the rear, with the new full view display, with smaller bezels at the top and bottom, with decent battery life and good performance. So if you're looking for the most feature rich phone at 11,000 rupees, then you can definitely get this phone. I just wish they priced the 4GB RAM variant slightly closer, somewhere around 13,000 rupees. So for a price tag of 11,000 rupees, this is definitely a much better choice than Redmi Note 4 because of the quad cameras and the full view display. In terms of internal storage, yes, you're missing it out, but if you can manage with an SD card, then this is definitely the best phone that you can get at 11,000 rupees. As of now, I don't see any problems or issues with this phone. I just wish the 4GB RAM variant was priced slightly lower. Except that everything is pretty good and this is definitely a much better choice than the Redmi Note 4 priced at 11,000 rupees, as this phone comes with quad cameras, portrait mode and a full view display. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I'll be posting many videos on this phone in few days, so stay tuned for that. And if you wish to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It really helps the channel. If you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag #AskGreedyTech and we will try to make it as soon as possible. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to see more cool videos on tech. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.